Hello, Joy Olson of Blockbuster Fundraising. Hey, Summertime Learning Series, and a great start is your summer letter, because I know that you're getting ready to write something. Some of you have a June 30th fiscal year. You're probably getting ready to do an end of the fiscal year letter. And others of us that have the December 31st fiscal year are getting ready to write maybe an acquisition letter or a renewal letter. We got something going out, and I thought today would be the perfect time to show you an infographic that I absolutely adore, and I think you're going to like it also. It's from Bloomerang, so let's take a look. First of all, your first decision, your first question you have to ask yourself is, what kind of letter am I going to write today? Is it an acquisition letter, and they're strangers, they don't know anything about you hardly? Or is it a renewal letter to your friends and acquaintances? If you're doing an acquisition letter, the return is a little dismal, and it's frustrating for a development director, because you know that you're going to have to spend money on this acquisition direct mail, and the return is probably going to be 0.5%. That is not fun, but that's what it is. But your renewal letter, on the other hand, to your friends, a 40 to 70% return, and that's exciting. That certainly makes it worth it. So hopefully hopefully you're probably going to be doing both kinds of letters, but one great return, the other minimal. A few questions that your letters should answer. If it is a renewal letter, you want to answer these questions that your donors are probably going to have for you. What did you do with my prior gift? They want to know. Are you grateful? Are you? Let them know how much it means to you. What do you want now? You've got to give them a good reason why you're back. Do you have proof? Do you have proof of your need? Proof of your problem? Sure you do. You've got a good case statement ready to go. Again, who are you? Because you remember, you've got a lot of competition out there. So many nonprofits. I think it went from like 600 to almost 1.5 million in the last few years. So lots of competition for that philanthropic dollar. So again, you've got to remind them who you are and when they last supported you, and what a great accomplishment, what great impact that gift had. And what's the rush? Always have to have a sense of urgency. Okay, those are the questions for your renewals, the peeps that know you and support you. But if you're going to a possible new donor, an acquisition mailing, here are their questions. Who are you? What do you want? Why should I trust you? Why do you matter? How do you relate to me? And what's the rush? So that's a very good checklist. So there you have it. The questions that you have to answer for either of your acquisition, the latter, or renewals, the former. Alrighty, personalization. Personalization helps, the infographic says. I think personalization is absolutely, totally necessary, especially in today's email and direct mail marketing. People are using personalization. So you don't want to say dear friend when everybody else is saying dear Joy, because personalization counts. So you want to use the person's name, and you certainly want to use the pronouns you and I. And use an audience attribute such as a parent, you know, you're putting yourself on the same ground of concern, and or geography. As a resident of, and then handwritten touches. So those are some ideas for personalization. And remember, personalization really counts. Okay, next point. Do not forget to ask. And don't ask only once at the end of the letter. You always want your ask front and center. And as you see in this graphic, the perfect letter has 4 asks, because people don't even really see your ask until about the 3rd time they've seen it. So get those asks out there. Don't be shy about it. Get them in the letter, the missive, right away. Now, know your single most important thing. You want to focus on the single most important thing. You want to tell someone right now. Ideally, you want to focus on a story about an individual. That is the single most important thing. And that's why we always talk about a great image and a great story, because that does become the single most important thing. This part of the infographic you're going to really love. It's your letter checklist. So let's take a look. Is your letter a conversation or a brochure? You got to make sure it's a letter, because this is not the time for a brochure. Is the opening sentence short? Is it interesting? Is it personal? Do you use the words you and I? Have I said why I'm here? I'm writing you today because we need your help. Does it make a promise? Is there urgency? Create that sense of urgency. Are there at least 3 asks in your letter? Does it entertain? Does it tell a story? Does it grab their heartstrings? And is the donor the hero? It's a great checklist for your letter, so keep that close by, whether it's an acquisition or a renewal. Let's talk a minute about the reply device. And Jerry Hunsinger, who is the father, they call him the father of direct mail, he says the reply device, the purpose is to provide a practical way for the donor to post the gift, nothing else. Well, I think that nowadays we use the reply device in a lot of different ways. I think that we like to offer the opportunity of monthly giving. We like to get certainly information, get their email address. That's so important nowadays. You just can't operate without your supporters' email addresses. Give your reply device a lot of thought, and every time I get a request, a philanthropic request, I save reply devices that I really like, that I think they've done a good job. Glean, always be looking for a better idea to incorporate for yourself. And lastly, make sure that there is a donor-centric reminder on your reply device. And they give an example in this infographic. It says, our companion's domestic animal sanctuary is solely supported by public contributions. Your involvement is critical to our work of drastically improving the standard of care for homeless pets. Thank you for being a part of this important mission. I think that's a very good example. Well, I'm going to give you the links to this Bloomerang infographic, and included in those links is also a sample letter that incorporates all these best practices, good ideas, letter checklists, things that you want to incorporate. Okay, Joy Olson here, a Blockbuster Fundraising, saying thank you for having been here today. It's been our pleasure to share these ideas with you, and we thank Bloomerang for this wonderful infographic. And say, you can find lots more on our YouTube Blockbuster channel and at joyolsongroup.com and blockbusterfundraising.com. We gather all the very best ideas, the very latest proven strategies and tactics to make your fundraising shine, to take your fundraising from success to significant. So, see you again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.